Hey everybody, how you doing? I got me an e-bike and an eTrike. More specifically, I bought an XP4 750 e-bike from Lectric, which is a really awesome company based out of Phoenix. And they were kind enough to send me the XP Trike2 750 eTrike to do a test and review on. What I'm probably gonna do when I'm done with that and running it through its paces is, give it to a good home. But this one here I purchased a couple weeks ago, and I got some accessories. Some accessories came with it when you buy, from Lectric. And then I bought some additional stuff, and I'll go over all that. In today's video, we're gonna unbox these, get them set up, go through the accessories, see what they look like, and I'll shoot another video on riding these around the villages and see how they do. So the reason I bought an e-bike to start with is, I live here in the villages. We have a couple hundred miles of multimodal paths that stretch all over the villages. You can get anywhere in the villages via one of these multimodal paths. And that means you can take a golf cart, you can, as a pedestrian or a bicycle or an e-bike on these multimodal paths. And I like exercising, and I really wanted to get an e-bike bad for that reason, that I can go a little further and really enjoy the villages but still get a little bit of a workout going. I do have a dual sport or regular road bike. Of course, my other toys, which you guys know. An e-bike is something I've been really wanting to go for, so I did a lot of research online, and this came up as the best-selling bike in the USA. That's the best-selling e-trike in the USA, and all the ratings seemed really good. I'll put an affiliate link in the description, so if you guys want to buy one, use that link. Helps the channel out and doesn't cost you anything extra. I'm really excited about opening these boxes up and seeing what's inside. This is what came with the eTrike. So if you were to order this eTrike 750 the way it is, I think it's $17.99, and if I would have bought it, it would have came with a free cargo package, support seat, elite headlight, suspension seat post, $455 value. That's all in there. And the reason I'm saying it like that is, remember, they gave me this stuff, but if you were to buy it, depending on what kind of deals they going on, you can get all kinds of free accessories. You never know. So that's really cool. And dust blue, so I can't wait to see what that looks like. My XP4 750 was $12.99. If I would have gotten a 500 watt battery, it would have only been $9.99, but I wanted that extra oomph. Why not, for a couple $100, right? I ordered this one in pine green. It came up with a level up rack, suspension seats, post elite headlight, bike lock, phone mount, $365 value, and accessories that came with it. So that's pretty cool. So make sure you check, see what kind of deals and sales they got going on. You never know. This is unbelievable value. I really thought getting a nice e-bike was gonna break the bank, but it's unbelievable, the value. So all the reviews I've seen online, it's all been positive so far. So I can't wait to crack these babies open and see what's in the box. So let's do it. So I forgot to mention, these are both foldable. So that's actually in its collapsed mode right now. Pretty cool. And one of the reasons I wanted a foldable one is when I travel, I can throw it in the back of the Jeep. Pretty small. Folds up pretty small, it looks like. That's cool. But yeah, mainly it was for traveling. And it's really good if you're a snowbird here in the villages and you want to take your bike back with you, throw it in the back of the car, you get your e-bike at home. So anyway, back to it. accessories that came. These are the accessories that came with it. It's really cool bike lock. These are the pedals, and these are nice pedals because these aren't plastic, these are aluminum. And they have a quick disconnect on them, so when you fold your bike up, you don't have those cheap folding type pedals. Like so. Boom, look at that. That's nice. Yeah, it's a good looking bike. I love that color. Nice military look to it. Looks really cool. It's called Pine Green. It comes in other colors too. All right, what else do we get? Well, this looks like the charger. Get the seat in there. This is the upgraded post that came with it as a free accessory upgrade. Phone holder. This came free. So I don't know if I'm gonna use this one for my particular phone case, but we'll try it out. And there's a little dashboard. Pretty cool. So you can see there's a lot of excess cord here. That is because this is a foldable bike. So if I unlatch it, fold it in half, you want a little play in here. But I do like the way they braided it. Really tough looking. Yeah, it looks great. Different locations on the bike. We see these little black screws or Allen screws. And they're underneath, they're in a couple different spots. There's a couple back here. But this is to mount accessories. I think there's two down there. Probably put the bike lock down there. Water bottle up here. Be good to go, right? Nice looking bike. So real easy to put together. The only tool I had to use was to mount the bike lock, and that was just 2 Allen screws. Let's check out some of these other accessories. Might look a little swollen. I just had some dental work done last Friday. Implants, you know, in the jaw, so all that stuff's still healing. TMI or what? All right, let's open up these other accessories, see what I got. So I ended up buying 2 helmets from Lectric, and these are available on Lectric's site. I'm gonna have an affiliate link in the description. Paperwork together. I think this is the other helmet. This is more of a high-end helmet that I also got from the Lectric website. I'm trying to be a good boy and wear helmets, and you guys know I don't like helmets. But I'm trying to be a good boy. Anyway, ooh, I like that. Keep all my paperwork together now. Oh, that's a real nice helmet. That's super nice, look at that. Another reason I have 2 helmets. This bike actually has a kit you can purchase for it, for a passenger, where it puts a passenger seat and pegs on the back. Pretty cool. I don't think I would do that, me, personally. I'm too new to e-bikes to be putting anybody on the back yet. Oh, this is my saddlebags. I forgot I ordered these. So these are pannier bags, or saddlebags basically, that will mount on the back. Boom! Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be ready. Every day is Christmas, every night is New Year's Eve, right? This is, oh, water bottle holder, okay. Oh, okay. This is my bell. You know, seems silly to a lot of people that don't ride, but you definitely want a bell on your bike. There's a lot of golf carts, there's a lot of pedestrians, other bikes, people walking the trails, and you definitely want to give them a heads up, you know, and not surprise someone and come up on their left or whatever. So it comes with a decent headlight, but I plan on putting some miles on this thing. So I wanted a real bright headlight up top. That's what I got here. Again, another accessory from Lectric. All right, hey everybody, it's the next day. I didn't realize how late it got last night when I was unboxing the XP4. Now we're gonna unbox the XP Trike2. And like the box says, it's a great day to have a great day. What a great slogan. So we're gonna open this up and see what the Trike looks like. Let's do it. All right, there's the XP Trike2 750 in dusk blue. And I love this color. The quality is really nice. There's a few things you gotta kind of put together. And this one came with the front basket. The light is relocated. It has an extended wire so you can put the light in front of the basket. It's got the upgraded seat with the backrest on it and the shot pole there. Basket in the back. Had to attach the rear fenders, the front fender and the front tire, the front basket, the headlight, and of course the console, all I had to attach. But you saw how it came out of the box. It was folded up pretty tight. All right, so I'm going to pull this outside and put it next to the XP4 and see what they look like next to each other out in the daylight. Let's do it. Okay, it's day 3. I keep getting distracted. So the bikes are charged up, tires are inflated, all that stuff. These babies are ready to rock and roll. Black out the garage. We're gonna see what the lighting looks like on these, the turn signals, the brake lights, headlights, and all that good stuff. We'll see what the digital displays look like and go through some of the features in the digital display and settings that we can do on these bikes. And then hopefully this coming weekend, if the weather looks good, we're gonna do some test drives. So right now, let's check out how these things look at night, light them up, and go through some of the features in the control panel. All right, let's do it. Now on the XP4 here, there's a little rubber cover right here over the switch that is right there, and that will power on the battery. And that's also where the charging port is, right there. So you have the switch and the charging port under this little boot. This little key there locks the battery, but you don't need a key with the bike to start it. Turn that on. Now that just turns the battery on. To turn the bike on itself and to fire up the console, you have this really nice control button area here. I'm gonna press in the middle one, the power button right there for a second, and then it comes on. This is the very first time I've turned this on, by the way. From what I understand, if I push this button, it'll cycle me through the different settings. Here, let's see what we got. All right, that's cool. Nice display, and it's easy to read. So that it has cadence, mile per hour up top, trip time, odometer, and trip distance. Very cool. Hit it again. This time I got input power, that's for your pedaling power, right? Motor power, how many amps you're drawing, and voltage. That's really cool, they got voltage there. Up top you have your little battery indicator, and I believe this goes down in 10 increments. So in other words, it would say 90 and then 80, then 70. There's buttons on the left and right, and up top and bottom. So I'm gonna see if I can figure these out. So if I come to the right button, oh, that hits my blinker. All right, very cool. Let's see what we got. And there's your turn signal. How nice is that? All right. And then if I hit my left, same thing. That's really visible. That looks great. I'm gonna turn the lights out in the garage here in a minute. All right, I'm gonna cancel that. Now if I hit up on these buttons here, what happens? Oh, okay, that's your mode. So that's eco mode. So you'll be doing more pedaling and probably less pedal assist. Touring mode, sport mode, sport plus, and turbo. So those are your different power settings, obviously. Very cool. And then if I go down, I can go back. I'm gonna leave mine on sport, I think. All right. This right here on the XP4 is the throttle. It has, oops, see that? Ooh, that bike wanted to take off on me there. Very cool. All right, I can't wait to take this thing out for a ride. Over here is your different gear settings. So the XP4 has, it looks like 8 speeds. These paddles right here for your shifting up and down. I really like this method of shifting. I have them on my road bike and I'm really used to it. Has really nice brakes. I noticed that when I was moving these bikes around. I can't wait to test drive it. That 602, by the way, is the Phoenix area code. Really cool. Oh, let's go into some of the settings here. And we're gonna do that by pressing the plus and minus, the top and bottom button here, and hold that for a second, or a couple seconds, and then it brings you into that screen. And obviously you can see we got all kinds of different settings in here. And I'm gonna thumb through these. I'm okay with the screen brightness. I'm not worried about sleep. Distance should be in miles, which is good. Tire size, don't mess with that because, unless you change your tire size, obviously, because that will affect your speedometer and whatnot. Bike classification, I wanna make sure I'm set in class 2. which is what you want for the multimodal paths here in the villages. Assistance level. I'll have to do some homework on that, but I'm going to leave it set at the factory default. Throttle pass toggle, active throttle active. Okay. I think that means one will cancel out the other if you have it on other settings. Like if you're pedaling, then the throttle won't kick in, etc. But I'm going to leave it set to where they're both active. Throttle output limited based on pass level. Throttle 0 start, walk mode. Light operation, odometer reset, let's see, screen, okay. So anyway, you can see you got a bunch of different settings in there. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna hit those two again. It brings me back to the normal screen. All right, it's very simple, real easy to use. And I haven't even read any instructions on this. I'm just kind of figuring it out. I suppose I should have read the instructions. All right, let's take a look at the XP Trike2. And this battery which is external. That one's mounted in the frame there. This one is external. This is the charging port right here. Here's a little button you can press until you get a full charge. It's a 750 watt. And I don't see a button to turn it on here, so it might be turned on with the key, or maybe it'll just turn on with the console. So I gotta figure that out. So let's come up here. Very similar setting. By the way, this is their parking brake. They have one for the front and rear. This is a cool feature. So if I take this little parking brake lever here and I push it forward, pull back on the brake lever, the bike is now locked in place. It has one for front and rear. Here's the other side. Now front and rear is locked. This bike isn't going anywhere. Really cool. Nice feature, I like how simple that is. And then to release them, you can flip that back, pull back on the handle, and let go. Same over here. Flip it that way, release, let go. I'm gonna lock it. So, the reason you want a parking brake on a trike, because there is no kickstand, so this thing will roll on you. So it's kind of nice to have this as an option to park your bike, so it won't roll. On the XP4, doesn't have it because it has a kickstand. So yeah, that's it. All right, so let's fire this up. Yeah, so I didn't have to hit a switch or anything down there. I assume it's the key that does it then. Or maybe the key just locks it in place. I don't know, I'll have to read about that. So here's your display. Again, let's see, we're going to hit, well, let's go through the different settings. If I just tap through the power button, it'll give me a similar screen. Looks like the exact same as the other one as far as your info. So let's check out our turn signal. Turn left. And there you get an idea what the brake light looks like. It's the same brake light as over here. But since I'm able to lock the brake, you can see what the brake light actually looks like lit up. And then of course, if we hit the right turn signal, nice and bright, man, that looks amazing. I am gonna darken the garage here in a minute. All right, so let's cancel that turn signal. If I hold down the two buttons up here, here's our screen setting. I'm just cycling through by pushing down on the button here. Bike class, that's the main thing I want to check, and then class 2. So this one will only go up to a class 2, which is perfect. Trip time, tire size. I'm going to leave all this stuff in its default configuration. We're going to hold those two buttons for a couple seconds. We're back in our modes. Now here's eco. I'm going to again filter go up and down here with your plus and minus, or up and down here. Cycle through the modes, Tour mode, Sport, Sport Plus, and Turbo. I'll put this one in Tour when I test it. I'm really new to e-bikes and e-trikes specifically, and e-trike is a little bit different feel for riding from what I understand. So turn the lights out and let's get these headlights on and see what it looks like. The top button is a plus button. I'm gonna hold that for about 3 seconds. And the headlight came on. very cool. I also have an indicator right there showing that I have my headlight on. And that's, I follow it right there. Ooh, that is nice and bright. And then for added electric, this is an additional accessory I purchased. And we're gonna turn that sucker on. That's some serious, serious brightness there. All right, let's do the same over here on the Trike. Hold it for 3 seconds. Headlight came on. Let's kill the lights here in the garage. Oh yeah, plenty of lights. You have a nice riding light. Very cool. And I'm going to lock the brake again on the Trike, just to show us how bright it is. So you can see on the left, that's just the regular driving light that, you know, without hitting the brake. On the right side on the Trike, you can see I have the brake with the brake on, and you can see the difference. So that's pretty significant. The XP4 does the same thing, I just don't have the brake lever locked down. So very cool. Let's go ahead and hit a turn signal. There you go. Put the one on here. Very nice. You can also, if I hit both, you actually have hazards. There you go. You can see it'll tell you got your hazards going. And there you go. It's pretty bright. I'm gonna kill this accessory light just so you see what the factory one looks like. Which now I'm hitting a garage door, but obviously it looks like it would light up the path, no problem. You can see the comparison why I added that other light, just for safety, really. You want to be seen, and I think that comes from my motorcycle experience. One thing you definitely want to do is be seen. All right, guys, there you have it. Outstanding e-bike and eTrike from Lectric. Make sure you check them out. Use the affiliate link in the description if you want to buy one of these guys and see what other stuff they have and accessories. Really cool company. So thanks again to Lectric for sending me the Trike for testing and review. Really appreciate it. I love it. I think it's cool as heck. And I can't wait to get it on the road. Take care of each other out there. And remember, it's a great day to have a great day. All right. See you guys. Bye.